Former Mozambican President Samora Machel once said, "If one day you hear Europeans praising me, know that I've betrayed you." Remember those words?
Remember we talked about this man. That was the video I found out. The video I made about him was the exact video that got my account banned. That was the video. Because it went. Everybody picked it up globally. And so many black nations, like literally so many creators picked up this. I'm talking globally. Sometimes when you put word out about something, it's like you passing a torch on to the next person. Hey, this is going on. Make sure you tell everybody. Then so on and so forth, so on and such. Baby, that shit went around the globe, back again, back again, back again. Niggas was popping up from places we didn't even know niggas was at. That was like, who the fuck is messing with Captain Traore? Because if they want some smoke, bitch, we on your ass. We on your body. We are not fucking playing with America. He heard everything we said, y'all. He backtracking now. He heard y'all videos. Michael Langley, the head honcho in charge of AFRICOM. What is AFRICOM? AFRICOM is the intelligence, a U.S. intelligence center that is used to spy on and to create military intelligence units throughout. Some of them are already created, like drone warehouses, all types of military intelligence shit that is Israeli backed and created, manufactured in the U.S., Israel, UK, all for the West. He not only did he fucking back out. Not only did he back out, but he also led the conversation yesterday in which instead of them telling Africa that they have no other choice but to listen to the United States and and we gonna colonize you and we being imperialistic and they decided to do a survey to get feedback and said, how do you like America doing their intelligence inside of Africa? That of which Niger been asked them to leave. Nicely. They told them to roll back over 1,000 of their soldiers and get the fuck out of there. Skedaddle. Hit the bricks. Don't let the door hit you with the good Lord split you. Get your ass up out of here. They refused to completely leave. They took some people out, but they refused to completely leave. The whole world heard that America called themselves coming after him, after our forever president. And baby, they was ready. Everybody was ready to take it out on Michael. And Michael said, wait a minute. Hold the fuck up. I just work here. No, Michael, it's not about you just working here. They didn't make you the head honcho in charge in AFRICOM for no reason. You know it and we know it. Whenever they need somebody to do their dirty work, they need somebody that look like us. Somebody that will quite literally look the other way and protect their interests. Somebody that can blend in. Somebody that we won't notice that is doing the dirty work. Except this time we noticed. Not only did we notice, we told everybody. Everybody woke the fuck up and stopped what they were doing. And everybody was ready to march to your doorstep to come see what the fuck is up. What's going on? Is it smoke? Are we into it? Because you want to go, it literally became a major thing where you're going to have to go through all of us before you get to him. And it wasn't just about that. Even worse, his Secret Service, Secret Service team, he's being protected by Russia. He's being protected by China. He's also, the people in Burkina Faso, the Burkinabes, are not backing the fuck down. He went to go do a press conference. The Secret Service is leading him there, but the Secret Service had their own Secret Service. They had their own protection. The Burkinabes was literally lines of them circulating around the Secret Service in his car. They strategically placed their bodies in front of those cars, in front of the windows, because they know what you are capable of. They know what y'all will do to people like Captain Traore. Captain Traore, who is taking care of his people, who's doing what the fuck he's supposed to do. And he's not just taking care of Burkina Faso, but he's taking care of everybody in Africa. He is making sure that all of Africa can become self-sufficient. He is doing the job that needs to be done. What Thomas Sankara, Muammar Gaddafi attempted to get done, and so many predecessors before them, but the people you work for has taken them out of the game. They knew what to expect and they moved into action. They didn't need to be paid. They're not being paid to do that. They are volunteering and putting their lives on the line like everybody else to make sure that you and any fuck ass American that calls themselves coming after Ibrahim Traore will see hell before you reach him. And that is why you backtracked. That is why everybody's upset. And that is why you feel that heat all on the back of your fucking neck. Because you know how black people move. We move like a cult. I don't like it sometimes, but you know how black people get down. We don't even need to have to all come from the same area to know what the fuck is up. All we heard was Captain Traore was being targeted and niggas from places we didn't even know existed popped the fuck up and said, who wants to smoke? I'm on my way. No, I'm on my way. Of course I got bills to pay. Fuck them bills. I'm on my way. Because ain't nobody fucking with Captain Traore. That's why you're backtracking. Let me show you something. The United States is assessing the future of its military command in Africa, or for Africa. Its top general for the continent said on Tuesday, this is yesterday, and called on African governments to make their views. They're asking for feedback on its possible elimination known in Washington. If y'all don't, basically, if y'all don't want to fuck with us no more, let us know in advance so we can come up with we can compromise a strategic plan on how we can pretty much start a war in Africa, basically. And they did not respond. They did not respond. President Donald Trump's administration is considering merging AFRICOM, which became a distinct geographical command in 2008. Again, you're not even supposed to fucking be there. But hold on. Listen to what Michael Langley says.
Rather than for public welfare, these remarks sparked widespread, condemnation across the continent. What did you mean by that statement?
Let me speak to Burkina Faso's sovereignty. They maintain their sovereignty. They make their decisions how they use their resources.
Of course.
They make their decisions.
That was never in question.
Who their resources go to for military support.
That's none of your business.
That's their sovereign right. But my cautionary tale was just from a military perspective. That was a Senate Armed Services Committee asking me a direct question. Burkina Faso, a lot of great things going on to progress them forward, okay? But then when you look at the military part of it, knowing
rule.
Long story fucking short, they never expected all of Africa to literally drop everything that they were doing and to rise up and to start moving in accordance. Because in case y'all didn't know, Nigeria is paying off their debts. Several other countries is like, you know what? Actually, we do support Captain Traore. And y'all got us fucked up if y'all think y'all finna run down on him. So literally several countries. Now, the Ivory Coast, they watching their back because, nigga, we know what the fuck y'all did. Not the people, the government. We know exactly what the hell you did. Watch your back. But they never expected Africa to rise up and unite for one common cause. They never expected it. And it came at a time where America is already in the shitter. We're up Shit's Creek in the Middle East and in Asia. That's why they're backtracking. Protect your neck, Africa, because they got y'all in their views. They see your power. They saw how everybody took to the streets, how everybody was ready to fight, how everybody was upset, how everybody globally wanted a piece of that ass. Not just people of color, but white people as well, that was standing up and saying, hell no. And they don't like that influence that Captain Traore has over the entire world. That's the issue. Backtrack all you want to. Ain't nobody backing down. We gonna keep cheering for Captain Traore. We gonna keep trying to protect him. We gonna keep doing whatever we can to support him. You shouldn't even be over there worried about what the fuck going on in their pockets. It ain't your country. It ain't your sovereignty. It ain't shit. It ain't got shit to do with the American flag. From sea to shining fucking sea. That's where you need to keep your mind and your eyes at. From sea to shining motherfucking sea. That shit don't even belong to us anyways.
Breaking news. This will shock you. You won't believe that the Sahel state, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are actually planning to come up with one nation, one country, one army, one currency. They've actually decided to unite. No three presidents, no. They want one leader who will be leading them, no borders. This has been the dream of the late Muammar Gaddafi, the former president of Libya, who was unalived by the West. But Captain Ibrahim Traore, the president of Africa, is actually bringing the dream of Muammar Gaddafi to reality. You won't believe that the West are not happy at all with this move. You won't believe Captain Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso, Assimi Goïta, the president of Mali, and Abdulrahman Chiani, the president of Niger, has actually come up with that Ibrahim Traore will be the leader of these three nations, and the military of these three nations will be led by one person, one leader among these three. And now Africa is literally uniting, and now the West are shocked. They didn't expect this to occur at this particular time. Anyway, where are you watching from? Is this a good move that these three Sahel state leaders have actually come with, or they're just baffling?
Another powerful breaking news here. If you hear the name of your country or the following country, just know that your president or your prime minister or your leader is not doing well for you. United States of America has put a ban on 12 countries and restricted 7 other countries. A majority of these countries are African countries. Before you make that conclusion of Donald Trump is hating Africans, before you start spitting out fire, I want you to listen carefully, pay close attention, because this is going to help you. As usual, the focus on this page is about the growth of Africa, Africa human capacity development, how to raise new leaders, and to build a new Africa of our choice. So the United States of America has put a ban on 12 countries. Number 1 is Afghanistan. The people from Afghanistan are no longer welcome in the United States of America. I'm going to tell you the reasons why this ban is put on all of these countries that I'm going to be mentioning. The next one is Myanmar, Burma, always known as Burma. Is none of their citizens are welcome in the United States anymore. And the one next to that is Chad. Chad, none of you is welcome in the United States. There is a ban on your citizens and everything that come from Chad. And the next one is Republic of Congo. About a few weeks ago, we talked about how Congo was signing a deal that I believe was not to the best interest of the citizens of Congolese. And today, United States look into so many things and say, hey, we don't even want you in the United States. I'm going to tell you the reason why. Stay with me carefully. By the way, if you love Africa, I want you to subscribe to this channel, hit that plus button and start following immediately, because we have a lot of programs that we're going to be rolling out to help Africa overcome situation like this. The next country that is doing poorly well with the United States of America, and the United States of America has said, we don't want anything to do with you, we don't want your citizen to come in here, and we don't even want to even talk to you anymore, is Equatorial Guinea. So those my friends and the citizens of Equatorial Guinea, I want you to tell me what's going on in your country. The citizen of Chad, I want you to tell me what is going on in your country. Republic of Congo, I want to know what's going on in your country. Okay, the next one is Eritrea. Eritrea, I did a video about Eritrea president some time ago. And there's some positive aspect of his presidency, but there are other so much negative aspect of his presidency, especially when you've been in power for that long and you've not been able to raise other leader, and that is a negative mark on you, and it's a huge one. And the next one, of course, close to that is Haiti. Haitians, you are no longer welcome in the United States of America. And I know a lot of people will blame Donald Trump for doing all this stuff, but I will tell you why this is so important. The next country is Iran. I don't have much to say about Iran, but I will tell you the commonality among this country that is being banned by the United States of America. And the next country that is banned and stopped from coming to the country, America, is Libya. Libya is completely stopped from coming to the United States of America. So if you are from Libya, you shouldn't even think of trying to come to America. I'll tell you why later. The next country is Somalia. Somalians, US says, we don't want you to come to our country anymore because of one or two things that we are not clear of. Okay, I'm going to tell you the commonality among all this country. And the next country is Sudan. Sudan, whether South Sudan or North Sudan or whatever Sudan, you are stopped from coming to the country. I don't know what President Salva is doing right now, and President Hassan Muhammad, I don't know what you're doing, the president of Somalia. And the next country is Yemen. Yemens are not allowed in the United States of America. So this country that I have just mentioned, 12 of them, they have something in common. They have something in common. And most of them are African countries. No, the reason why we need to shift our focus, we don't want to worry so much about our current leaders. Okay? We must focus on the one coming, the next generation leaders. And this is what CDI is all about. African Human Capacity Development is going to help Africa through this phase of situation. Africa's transformation will not come from a fixed old structure, but by creating new leaders. Most of the leaders that we have in Africa right now, we need to build new leadership. We need to raise new leaders. We cannot bend these old leaders. We cannot put in their mind the picture of a new Africa that we want to build. The next generation of African leaders must be raised with a new mindset. Must be raised with a new mindset, with a new vision and a new value system. The current mindset and the current vision and the current value system, it is not serving African rights. AHCDI is positioning itself as the training ground for such leaders. If you are an aspiring leader and you want your nation to be great, you want your continent, you want your district to be great, you want your state to be great, you want your county to be great, this is an opportunity for you to reach out, because we are out to develop the entire continent. What is the commonality among all the 12 banned countries? The common ground for all the 12 banned countries is disorganization. Disorganization. All these countries mentioned here, they are very disorganized. Some of them, they have been in power, but they have not been able to organize election for years. Some of them have been in power to decades, since they were youth. And now they're almost going to the other side of life, but they cannot put their country together. These countries, most of these countries are countries whose people and leadership is self-centered leadership. And some of these countries are plundered with religion. There is no separation of the state and religion. Religion has messed up a lot of this country. And some of this country, they are looters. They loot their own resources. They steal from themselves. And they forget about the people. The common man on the street is suffering, from Yemen to Eritrea to Haiti to Iran to Libya to Somalia to Sudan and to Republic of Congo. There is so much pain in all of these countries. But I believe time has come that sons and daughters from all this country, time has come for you to rise. Time has come for you to arise. to open yourself up for this new dimension of training that we are bringing into the continent of Africa. More countries have restriction on them. A country like Burundi, it's a small country, but unfortunately, there is something terrible going on in Burundi. Banditries, terrorism, all kinds of stuff going on in most of this country that has been listed here. The next country that has been restricted is Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo. What is going on in all this region? I believe it's time for us to intentionally start rebuilding ourselves, open ourselves to the idea of training and raising human capacity. It is time for us to build. Now, why is America so important to all of this country? It's because America is built. America is organized. America has a system that works. We must build a system that works. Do you see UK name in this? Do you see China in this? Do you see Russian in this? Because those countries don't truly need US and they're organized as well. It's time for Africa to believe in Africa and to build Africa. Follow me for more.